All right, hello everybody. How are we doing today? I'm trying something a little bit new, so let me know if you guys can hear that. I tried to put some chill music in the background, and hopefully that will help with some background noise. Hello, Mistress Arby. Hello, B. Parker. Hello, Z. Cassell. I shouldn't be muted, Mixed Banana. Nana Banana. I just uploaded a vid on the text shit, and I've been getting into Wolfenstein recently. Those are two things that definitely seem related. Borgodo, Cosmico, thank you for following. And Rex Saucy, my goodness, has resubscribed tier 1 for 2 months. Thanks so much for uploading all your stuff to YouTube. I love your analysis and outlook. Thank you. I love that there are people out there watching my stuff. I appreciate it so much. Can everybody hear the music, the kind of backgroundy, vaporwavy beats I got going on? Or is it too loud? Is it a good rhythm? Like, what are we feeling here? Is it okay? Lucy Lauser, glad you're doing okay after getting the antiviral. Too quiet at the moment? Yeah, we can. It's perfect. Volume is good. Volume is good. Okay, now you can. All right, because it'll probably go in and out a little bit just because it's an hour-long track. So, and I don't want it to be like too crazy loud. I just want to have like a little bit of background beats, as I think that'll just kind of keep everything kind of chill and vibing, if that makes sense. Yeah, Ben Shabibo is rapping, so I want to wait to tackle that because I feel like that's going to be the thing of the night. But in the meantime, I have a very quick story that I want to go over. We'll just get right into it because I actually have a ton of stuff to try and get through today. The quartering. Jeremy Hambley, for those who don't know, it is not a smart person, I'll say. Jeremy likes to, he doesn't like to do research. He is very much a fan of just passing very surface level judgments. As you can see if you ever go onto his YouTube channel, like you can really tell by if you ever watch his content, he doesn't do a whole lot of the actual legwork of exposing himself and to the things that he critiques and like trying to understand it. Lane Kaplan, Hambley harassed me with at least 3 videos years ago. Oh God, I would love. I am sorry that happened to you. I'd like not to say that I would love that to happen to me. I would love the quartering to do something on me. I would love it. Like, the way I would go thermonuclear on him. The way that there is so much material and nobody has yet taken him down a peg yet. It's I don't know. Who knows? It might happen this year. I have a lot of big projects in the works. We'll see. Yeah, no, nobody, and Onyx voice acting, I have talked to people who, I wouldn't say they're on the alt-right. I would say that they are, I wouldn't even say they're friends with people like that. I would say that they have been privy to conversations that people like the Quartering and Ian Miles Chong have been in, and those people are not, they are not, like, well-regarded, which is just very funny. Oh yeah, Vadim's videos on the Quartering, I feel, are like the definitive texts on why he's very bad. And oh my goodness, Gobbiness, thank you very much. And we had another person, Aria KLR, thank you for following. Somniote, thank you for following. I have a dog on my leg right now. She just put her like chin on my leg like this, and she's just looking up at me. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Yes, I do. Oh, you're so good. What the fuck, Gobbinist? What? What's wrong with Gobbinist? Persephone Paturia. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, I'm just reading Gabina's thing. Huh. Okay. Huh. Huh. That's right, Takashi. I don't have time for dust. I will actually be right back because I've got my tea. I did not fill my water. So we'll fill water and then we'll go over this because what we see here is a golden example of Mr. Hambone not actually understanding what he's talking about. And we'll find out a very fun reason why. Because Jeremy wants to make this mass shooting sound like it's being covered up by the left because the man's name is Middle Eastern, Bazani Sarvar. That's not why. That's not why it didn't make big headlines. Spoiler alert, it didn't make big headlines because nobody actually died, which kind of disqualifies it from being a mass shooting. But also, we'll see the rest of it soon. I'll be right back. So let's go and take a quick look at this original tweet where somebody named Maria Oaks, who I do not know who they are, but they have 67,000 followers in a YouTube channel. How is this not a national story in Canada? Why have people barely heard about this? And why are his charges so seemingly insignificant given the incident and likely terroristic-inspired attack? Terroristic-inspired attack is like very coded language. When you look at the Middle Eastern looking to white people name of Bazani Sarvar. Charges, or lack thereof: reckless discharge of a firearm, using, placing, throwing explosive substance, arson, possession of incendiary material, using a firearm while committing an offense, and careless use of a firearm. So not even a mass shooting, because most of the charges have to do with arson because he threw I believe a Molotov cocktail. I do have a news story we'll look at in a second on that. Incident: a crazed man with a taped manifesto walks into Edmonton, Alberta City Hall, heavily armed, lit several handheld incendiary devices, and starts shooting several rounds while inside City Hall. Luckily, the security guard on duty got the gunman to surrender and detained him until police arrived on the scene. So the reason that it hasn't gone like viral or blown up, as this person seems to want to imply, is it's not like the guy did do, and we'll get to the manifesto. Let's just actually go there because it really makes Jeremy look even dumber. And thank you very much, Scary Difference, for following, and Aware in the Void, thank you very much for following. From the National Post in Canada. From Gaza to wokeism, what the Edmonton City Hall attack suspect allegedly said in video manifesto. Quote, before I do my mission, I want you all to know I am not a psychopath. I don't believe in bloodshed. Bazani Sarvar says in video since removed from YouTube. Let me see if there's actually the video right here.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Before I do my mission, I want you all to know that I am not a psychopath. I do not believe in bloodshed. I am not one of these monsters that hurt children, that hurt innocents, and that promote wars or the civilization of our society. I'm just tired of seeing the tyranny and corruption taking over our society and our lives. Good, honest, and God-fearing men and women must be our doctors, law enforcement, diplomats, politicians, and teachers that rise up against this wokeism disease that's leading our generation into deception. We need.
So if you didn't get that, what he's saying is that wokeism is leading to the destruction of society. That wokeness is tearing everything down, which is why he's taking a stand and did his terrorist attack. So this guy is on the same side as Jeremy in the anti-wokeness brigade, but the quartering doesn't realize that because he just saw a picture of him holding a gun and saw a Middle Eastern looking name. So he immediately thinks the media tried to cover it up because it's the woke media. Transgirl Jade, thank you very much.
Good man.
Yeah, Foxbat, it seems pretty fair to say.
To promote a pro-human life. We need to rise up against this inflation, housing crisis, the unrest that's happening between us because of multiculturalism, due to religion, race, and all that stuff. This needs to come to an end with one.
So, again, he's anti-multiculturalism. I'm assuming anti-immigration. Both things Jeremy's been very bullish about in the past. Interesting.
And or anything or anyone that leads us into destruction, we must rise and put a stop to leaders, officials, and anybody that has hands into this corruption, into this genocide that's going on in.
Hello, do we have raiders? Oh my goodness, who's raiding? I cannot see. Oh, Adnan is raided with the party of 3. Hey Adnan, how are you doing? Boxing Cat SWL, thank you goodness for subscribing tier 1 for 5 months. Hello everybody.
Gaza and throughout the world, anybody.
Green Tiger Cole Productions, thank you for subscribing.
Hurting their community, should feel ashamed of themselves, and inshallah we will rise against you guys and we'll put you on trial. As immigrants, we must understand that we are part of this agenda. We're not here for no reason. This is a man-made war. This is a man-made immigration crisis that we're all here. But instead of hate and anger in our hearts, we must spread love, respect one another.
This is actually fascinating because I didn't watch this before, but what he appears to be saying is he appears to be siding with right-wing rhetoric of, immigration being invasion, but also trying to reconcile that with himself being an immigrant and spreading this kind of like, for lack of a better term, kind of pick-me philosophy that he and other immigrants like him are being used as like these pawns in this invasion. And this is like kind of fascinating. I've never seen this before. Like I've seen right-wingers. There's no shortage of, I think Candace Owens a great example of like a black person on the right wing who very much like looks down upon other black people very blatantly for just like really anything that doesn't agree with her. But this is a different level. This is just, I've never seen something like this. Pick me Islamism was not on my bingo sheet. Yeah, me either. That's kind of fascinating. I want to hear the rest of this.
One another and promote pro-life and work with one another to build our economy, our country, and promote strong and pro-human life. We must respect the Canadians' laws, and we must stand with the owners of this land and Canadians shoulder to shoulder to fight racism.
Thank you, Adnan. I will be sure to keep that in check. That is a good thing to keep in mind, that I am like, this is something I've learned as I've done my Jewish essay, is there are certain terms, it's kind of like somebody mentioned Oriental earlier, it's like there's certain terms that people just shouldn't use because they're either outdated or just like they are tilted a certain way. And Islamism is one of those. Thank you for letting me know. Another one is like just referring to Jewish people as Jews. Like just saying, oh, the Jews this, Jews that, is like weirdly pointed from a direction of people who blame the Jews for things or blame Jewish people for things. So like I am always, always willing to learn, always trying to correct that stuff. So thank you very much for saying so, Adnan. And I'm sure whoever originally said that is the same way. Thank you, Verby. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.
Rising of costs, to fight our tax money going into this genocide, that's going into all this wars, to weapons that's destroying all these countries. We must all stand united and fight this off and promote a healthy social life, healthy health system, healthy education. We gotta start taking control of our life.
Mockingbird, I would probably just say Muslim. Like if often used by right-wing media to paint the culture red with blame. I'm not Muslim anymore because I'm not religious anymore, and it doesn't often rustle feathers. Ain't trying to be a buzzkill. Yeah, I would assume just like it's the like it's not necessarily the term itself, it's how it is like the word Oriental is how it has been used in the past, that it's just like Yeah, Salty Llama, transgenderism transgenderism is actually a great term of something that I'm actually intimately familiar with. The idea of like there's no trans person I know who would call it transgenderism, you know? But that is the way that people on the right wing, people like Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, will weaponize it. So that's actually a really great I think way to understand it for people who aren't necessarily in those spaces. 80 memes. My world studies teacher's last said it was okay to call Jewish people the Jews. Always felt weird to me as someone half Jewish. Teacher was a weird guy and said some interesting things. Yeah, it's not offensive. And here's the thing. It's not, that might be a little bit different, but with Jewish people, it's not offensive to call them Jews because they are. But again, it has a history of when people say, oh, that person's a Jew, as opposed to, oh, that's a Jewish person. It feels weird, you know, because of the history of where similar statements have come from. You know, it's like the word colored. It's like people don't use the word colored anymore. Not because saying somebody is colored is in and of itself racist, but it's just outdated. It's from a point when people said colored, they usually wanted to say other things, you know? Like, it's like, so I feel like we as a whole just decided to do away with that word. Not because it's blatantly offensive, but because that phrasing is just kind of gives certain people the ick. Yeah, Dark Excalibur, that's a good way to put it. It's linguistically considerate to treat them as a person first and apply adjectives after. Yeah, Somniote, it's lost its utility. Exactly. Yeah, and Mockingbird, and it is dehumanizing too. All of that stuff as well. Which is like it all kind of just ties in together. Anyway. English lesson over.
And taking control of how we spend our money. How, I have a good life. I have a beautiful wife. I have beautiful children. I love them dearly. But I cannot sit back and let this happen. I cannot watch our society crumble into darkness. We all need to rise up. We all need to stop being on our phones. We gotta promote a healthy social life where we all communicate with one another, see each other. We gotta stop.
This is... I can't tell exactly what right-wingers he's gotten this from, but this is very... Hal98K, thank you for subbing with Prime. And Scarlet Unscripted, thank you for resubbing for 4 months in a row. My fiance and I love the content so much. Keep it up. Thank you. I will. It has been so... I have so many big things in the next... If you guys like my content at all, the next 2 to 3 months, I have so many big things planned. It's gonna blow everybody away. Yeah, it's like saying the transgenders. This is fascinating though, because what you see a lot in, especially in like QAnon circles where people aren't necessarily as versed in politics as they are in conspiracies, what you see a lot is this kind of attempt to, talk about how, oh, we just, we want people to be free and we want everybody to treat everybody equally, and to kind of couch these ideas about, even though they believe, or they claim to believe that, George Soros is causing kids to turn trans, or, the New World Order is trying to cause a immigrant migration, and like they believe these things are inherently racist, but they have a hard time really balancing that with the ideas that they themselves are like, well, no, I don't judge anybody. I don't hate anybody. It's like, yeah, but the things you're saying are like literally inspiring hate. And so it's this kind of cognitive dissonance that they have to to grapple with. And what he's showing here feels very, very similar to when you see that in like Facebook groups and stuff.
All this racism at work, outside, we gotta stop bullying, we gotta stop hate, we gotta be in control of our tax, how it's spent, and the tax money has to be spent on us, and it has to be spent on something that is pro-life, pro-human, and something that is beneficial for us and our children. همیشه بوی نکنین نفرا را، همیشه ضررتان نرسین، همیشه خوبی بکنین، مثل حرامی وای نشوین، خون نریزانین، جوانا را، اشتکا را، بیچارا را هیچ وقت ضرر نرسانین، همیشه دارای درست جنگ کنین، همیشه سربلند باشین، همیشه کوشش کنین که زندگی خوب داشته باشین. And that goes for all of us. We need to start filtering our water, we need to watch what we're eating, we gotta start eating healthy. Our officials need to start promoting healthy choices, healthy diet, extra.
I mean, so again, it's this kind of, and I talk about this a lot in the essay on the Jewish question that I am currently editing right now. So I am hoping my last video for the month will probably be tomorrow. It'll be the next shooter ranking video I do, but after that, I'm gonna kick off February with it's probably gonna be upwards of 2 hours. Like, just letting everybody know, it's probably going to be my biggest single video essay. And unlike the Matt Walsh one, I don't want to break it up because I think it is important to view as a whole. So one of the things I go into at the very beginning is how people use conspiracy to try and make sense of the dissonances in the world around us. And you see it in stuff like this, where we know, and I think most people would accept the idea that like right now, I am trying to get better about eating and sleeping and getting on, now that I'm kind of making my own schedule. I am trying to sleep better. I am trying to eat better. I've started making my own food. And I think most people, especially like working people, there's always this voice in the back of your head that is like, yeah, I did a stand-up bit about it when I was talking about, I made a joke about Baldur's Gate and how all these fantasy games just want to get people to read. But the bit talked about, it opened with, so I've been trying to read more books lately, which is just something you say after the age of 25. Like, you're always just like, there are things I've been trying to do when you go and talk to your friends, like, I've been trying to sleep better, I've been trying to get up and work out more, trying to masturbate less. Anyway, that was how the joke started. But it's true, because there are things that everybody, like, you wake up during the day, or you wake up in the morning, you get ready to go to work, and you're like, God, I feel like shit. I shouldn't have stayed out so late last night. I shouldn't have, eaten McDonald's for lunch, because now I feel like bloated, and I should have cooked my own lunch, and I bought that salad, but I never ate it, so now I got to throw it out, and that's money wasted. And there are all of these things that I feel like a lot of people, like, you do those things and you're like, why did I do that? You know? Oh, hello everybody. We have a special guest on the stream today. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up? Let me see if I can. No! Cat. Hello. Hello. Hello, baby. Hello, my love. Hello, my love. There she goes. Oh, yeah. Are you comfy? You comfy, baby? You want to say hi to the stream? You say hi. She didn't say, no, I'm shy. I am shy. But there are certain things that in society, like, we know are wrong, whether it's subconsciously or not. And I think some of those things come down to, like, water. It's like, oh, there's fluoride in the water, or there's, we should just drink more water. And I think conspiracy for a lot of people is an easy way to reckon with that without, again, having to compromise your beliefs. Because when you look at, like, the idea of, like, oh, these, like he was just saying a couple of seconds ago, about how, our politicians are trying to get us to eat like, or should be trying to get us to eat better food. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But then you look at why so many poor people have such bad diets. It's because for a lot of people who are struggling with money, like last year around this time, I would say probably 2/3 of my meals came from the club I worked at. And it was just fast, like fryer food. Like not healthy by any stretch of the imagination. You are being so snuggly right now. You're just being the snuggliest little bean. Do you wanna purr on camera? No. She say no. Okay, Chunky. Here you go. Good baby. I love you. I love you so much. Yes, I do. And so it's easier, instead of somebody who, you know, a sense of, thank you for the catmunism sticker. Instead of saying, you know, okay, the reason why so many people, inherently, the reason why so many people have such shitty diets, such bad sleep schedules, are so unhealthy is because of things like food deserts. It's because of things like the way those are encouraged by capitalism, the way that like people have to work harder and longer and aren't able to go shopping, let alone find the time in their day to actually cook a healthy meal anymore, because they're so burnt out from work or school or work and then school and having to keep all of those things up every day. Yeah, exactly. Foxbat, unprocessed food also requires preparation, which is time and energy. And it's like, when I was much more poor, and here's the thing, it wasn't for lack of wanting. It was for lack of energy. It was for lack of resources. The ability to actually go out at any time and be like, gosh, I wish I could get a salad right now. But it's like, I can't pay $7-8 to actually put everything in it I want, get the veggies I want. Like, I can pay $2 for a McDonald's sandwich. That's the realism of capitalism when you're struggling through working. And now I have cat hair all over me. Thanks, cat. Thanks a bunch. So yeah, I think that is kind of what we're seeing here is he is sorting through the dissonance between what he wants to be true about the world and what actually is true about the world.
Exercises. They need
I realized
to
I was
us all as one, and we all gotta start doing something positive for our society. Look what's happening. We all know what's going on, and we cannot turn a blind eye. I'm not turning a blind eye. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, I'll succeed with my mission. If I don't succeed, I know somebody else will succeed for me. Assalamu alaikum.
So after that, he alt-right agenda. The National Council of Canadian Muslims denounced the attack and said it was motivated by an alt-right agenda in a statement posted to X that failed to mention the suspect's comments about Gaza. I don't see why that needs to be brought up. Yeah. Cat has things to say, apparently. I hope everybody heard that. That was a good meow. All right. Well, it looks like we got. I felt that was a good, fun little intro to today. Get us nice and warmed up. Cat stands with Gaza, absolutely. Cat stands with Free Palestine, don't you, baby? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, stop. They can cancel my message. Stop. God damn it. Okay, so they're just going right into it. So here's the thing. A lot of conservatives love, and this is when that shitty "Try That in a Small Town" song came out, and when the Richmond, West of Richmond or whatever song came out. Both of those songs blew up to like the #1 spots on iTunes and all this shit. And conservatives like to tout that as a signal that they're at the top of the culture and they're pushing the culture war and all that shit. But in reality, A, it goes away real fast. B, #1 singles, especially because music lately in the last like 10, 20 years has become so atomized and niche, and because people more and more are able to, like, radio isn't nearly a thing as much as it was. So the idea of a #1 single is not the same as it was like back in the 70s and 80s, where people literally would call in. Like, if you ever listen to like the Enter the 36 Chambers, like one of those songs starts with like, okay, what song do you want to hear? You know what I want to hear? I want to hear that Wu-Tang joint. Wu-Tang again and again. Because people used to actually call into radio stations to get the music they want played. It doesn't really happen anymore. So when it should be known, when people go around touting how big their song is, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's an accomplishment, don't get me wrong. It's not like the all-encompassing victory that I think people are making it out to be. Mostly because, and as we've seen with things like the Sound of Freedom turnout, conservatives really, like far more than any leftists or liberals, conservatives value consumption. Like, consumption is a key part of their identity. The things that they consume, like you see it with the amount of t-shirts, the amount of bumper stickers that they'll have, pro-Trump phone cases and hats, and like they'll just wear an entire pro-Trump regalia so that you know they're pro-Trump, pro-Jesus, pro-gun, anti-abortion, like whatever it happens to be. That was so sweet. I put my hand down and Miss gave my hand a kiss. You're so cute. You're so sweet. You're being just a little cuddle bug. So those two things in mind. Keep those in mind as we watch this, because this has been, apparently tearing up the internet. And Tom McDonald, we haven't taken a look at yet. Because, yeah, Logan Mansion games, they are like, it is, consumerism is baked into their DNA. Like, again. Tom McDonald is a rapper I haven't looked at personally on here. I do know who he is, vaguely. I also haven't, like, because who is we looked at the Target rap, which was embarrassing. Weatherwitch, thank you for subscribing. Enzo the Librarian, what's the kitty's name? The kitty's name is Missy Meowliet. And it doesn't surprise me. I had a Pimp You to Hoe on YouTube saying Tom is an ass. I'm not surprised. This is like, this image alone screams what they think goes hard. No, it doesn't. Like, there's no. The thing about emulating hip hop and rap culture, which is what they're doing, make no mistake. Ben Shapiro has said before that rap isn't real music. Ben has no love for the game. He has no love for the history of hip hop or rap music. He has no love for the way that different techniques and different artists have influenced each other, and those techniques have been passed down through time. So when they try and emulate it, it comes across tepid. You know, it's like the old rule about satire is that to really make a good satire, you have to understand the thing you're satirizing, which is a little different here because they're trying to actually make a rap song. So like a gray hoodie on a hip hop video is just, that's not drip. Like, it's just not. Like, gray hoodie and they both got jeans. Like, I bet Tom probably has. Tom seems like he would have like chains and like some kicks to show off on camera, but I doubt like Benjamin does. Anyway, I gotta answer some texts real quick. I mean, because Ben Shapiro doesn't wear comfortable. Have you ever seen him? He doesn't wear comfortable clothes. You're kidding me. So let's I guess get into this. I'm already anticipating his flow is going to be whack. Just whack. Hey, can you not? Hey. Lady is not happy with this. Dog. Alright, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna mute myself so the dog shuts up. Yeah, you. Nova Rockefeller. How are you gonna... Okay. How are you going to make a conservative rap video by somebody with the name Rockefeller, who, for those who don't know, was Jay-Z's record label back in the day, and is also an anti-Semitic dog whistle? Like, it is both. You are invoking, I think intentionally, somebody so much better than you. Wait, Nova is his girlfriend? Really? This guy is a... It's not weird to call him a fucking dork, right? Like, that's not too mean. I try not to insult people based on appearance as, like, a general rule. I try to be above that. But, like, the locks, facial tattoos, and the grill is 10, 15 years out of style. And then the thing that I think really pisses me off with this, he doesn't have any other style to go on. He's not wearing a hot tracksuit. He's not wearing any big chains. He's not wearing anything. It's like just this black suit. Like, everybody knows half of the pizzazz of a good rap show-off video is in the showing off. But it's just close-ups of his grilled dumb face. And then Ben Shapiro. He's corning it. This is... I'm going to say this is crackercore, I think. Osbuilder Grun, I go by Jordan at the moment. Astrocore, if you're not dressed to make a costume designer jealous, what's the point? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's Neo folks on YouTube. It's drip or drown. He drowned. All right, so let's go over the incredibly bad cover here. They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist. Yeah, all right. saying yeah, all right to I'm racist is not a good way to do it. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. Again, the way this sentence flows, I know what he's trying to say, but he's doing a really bad job of saying it. You could also just say every white person's a bigot. And second off, nobody thinks all white people are bigots. Nobody. Like, maybe some far extremists, like black Israelite person out there is saying, oh yeah, all, like, fuck all white people. But, like, 99.999% of people are not saying all white people are bigots. Black, white, Indian, doesn't matter. And I mean Indian as in Southeast Asian. Yeah. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, You're against love? Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressives, but you ain't got pro-gun, no one to protect it. Again, it seems to labor under the delusion that every milquetoast centrist liberal with a we love everybody yard sign, A, doesn't have a gun, or B, there's nobody on the left who does have guns. That's where you're wrong, bucko. Also, pro-choice is a political stance. Pronouns are a part of the English language. Pro-love isn't a thing. I didn't think it was. I didn't think pro-love was something people could be against, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're not pro-gun. Wow. Anti-queer, anti-noun. Where are the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They still do. They literally still do everywhere. I can go outside right now in the middle of the city, and there's a flag across the street. No BLM flags downtown, to my knowledge. There are rainbow flags, but that's at the local gay bar, so they still do. They've been taken down. They've all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. That's a terrible rhyme. This ain't rap. That is for goddamn sure. This ain't rap. This ain't money, cars, and clothes. This isn't any of the shit that makes rap cool. We ain't selling drugs. We ain't gonna overdose. Again, classic history of rappers. A, dealing drugs. That's true enough. B, don't get high if you're on supply. It's in the crack commandments. Everybody knows that. We ain't pushing guns, Sir, you just talked about how if you don't have guns, you can't protect anything. How can you say we ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles? We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. Again, feels really fucking gross for a white dude to be using language like thugs and hoes. Like, it's not necessarily racist, but it does feel that way. It does feel that way. It's like, we're not making that black rap. No, this will make all white people feel comfortable and safe. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, exact. Somnio. We said the same thing at the same time. Somnio. He's saying this isn't black rap. Sean, thank you. Wow, $20. Thank you so much. I have to go listen to good music like right now. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. I don't blame anybody. Damn. And then we get the most important verse. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You're Tom. You upset me with your appearance. That is the only part about you that is upsetting to me. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. Famously, didn't actually happen. Like, police funding went up after the BLM riot. like efforts to defund the police and get them under control, were not broadly successful. Some places did, but not all. Again, conservative grievances are not based on reality. It's which is very funny for a video literally based around Ben Shapiro's facts don't care about your feelings shtick, that they do not pay attention to reality. They do not actually pay attention to facts. It is all about how they feel about something. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who won't respect you. That's not... I can tell he thought that was fire. That's not... Man isn't a pronoun unless you are man/man self. Thank you very much, Astrocore tier 10 biddies. Ah, yes, renowned beneficiaries of police protection, trans people, and progressives leftists. Yep. Uh-huh. Ben Shapiro's verse. Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. That, again, that doesn't quite... I get what he's going for there. I get the wordplay, but that doesn't quite line up because you're saying my money is like Lizzo, but then you're saying the pockets are the thing that is fat. You should have tied it to my pockets like Lizzo, like, you know that shit fat or something. But if he had like verb, but he doesn't. Max's Animates has tipped $5. Thank you very much. Ah, yes, crackcore, the pseudo-rhythmic practice in which Ben Shapipi bemoans literally anything that makes people happy aside from the heartless gruel that empowers miserable protoplasmic smooth-brain ghouls like Benny Boy to drag us all down. Yeah. Homie, no cap. Dawn. Here's the thing, again, where this just rings so... fake and hollow, is Ben Shapiro using the word homie. First off, no swear words in this entire thing. A lot of rappers, some of the best ones of all time, use profanity to help even out a verse, to help give it a flow. They don't, so what they're reduced to make sure that people know that they're doing their best to rap, is using words like dog and homie as much as they can. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. This is the second entire line he's dedicated to talking about graphs and charts. You're blowing monies on strippers and cars. You're going to prison. I'm on television. Who are they talking to? Dog, nobody knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. This is such nerd shit. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1. I can't even. I really... My big hope with this is that... Megan and Cardi B collab and do a verse on Ben Shapiro. That's my big hope. That would be a real winner, I think. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Yeah, it's wild to have, like, the entire thing, I don't care if I offend you, and just the driest, absolutely no swag, no drip, attempts, very dry, shitty attempts to offend. In ways that, like, they've literally convinced themselves that these things are, like, offensive and terrifying to the left. Not really. Like, I see worse than this in the average, like Twitter comment section. I see worse than this in my comment section all the time. So let's get to that. Okay, we got a pre-chorus, and we got the chorus again, and we got a bridge, and we got a chorus. All right, this is definitely a well-made song. This ain't rap. This ain't money's, cars, and clothes. Yep, same things. He doesn't even change the chorus and hooks at all. Bridge. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim. Well, I'ma be the man. What was this thing we were saying back up here? Claim that I'm racist. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. He is literally playing the victim card. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. They can't cancel my message. They call me offensive. Who calls you offensive, Tom? Oh, hello, dog. My dog just brought me earbone. I don't care if I offend you. That is literally the point of all of this, is to try and offend. And it is so sad. Like, this sucks, dude. This is rough. Who wants to take another ride on the Tom McDonald train? Number 2 on trending for music. Yeah, it's also, people aren't talking enough about how I didn't realize that Ben literally like implores his audience to buy the song and try and get it to Billboard #1. It's embarrassing. Like it's grift on grift. Grift on grift on grift. Like he is leveraging his meme status, talking about how he's on TV. Again, he's not really. And how he's this big deal. He's not really. And then saying, hey, everybody go out there and buy this merchandise of me. Unbelievable. The grift is so real. Astrocore, I do like that phrasing can also parse as the reason I do not feel shame is because I am white. That might be a little bit more accurate, actually. Star Lamoon, 87, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1. Who else? What do we got here? Dirty Money, Fake Woke, 2 years ago. Is it the last video we put out 2 years ago? No way. 1 month ago. No, he does music video and important. God, he is hard to look at. Not in a cool way. Race War. No way. Are they really Elizabeth Toon? Well, let me see. I have my Daily Wire membership, so maybe we can get a sweet discount on those. Yeah, of course. Let's go to the shop section. I gotta catch up on my Chip Chilla. I haven't been keeping up since I did that video with Savvy Writes Books. Nope, you are right. They are selling it for $60. You ever ask yourself, what would Ben do? I've never asked that in my entire life. As seen in Facts by Tom McDonald. Feat Ben Shapiro. Classic fix. Should I get one of these? They just use Ben modeling it as the picture. That's so dumb. The Ben Shapiro collection? The what? No. Oh, we got to view all real quick. All right, we got I don't care if I offend you hoodie. That's always the mark of somebody who really doesn't care, is when they literally put a giant poster on their shirt that tells you how much they definitely super don't care. You can tell when somebody is just a super chill, cool person that doesn't care about anything when they tell you with their shirt. Feelings, facts, don't care about your... Oh, no, I get it. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts. Wow, they're merchandising the shit out of this. What? My dog is growling at me. I don't know why. I should go. They are really just... I wonder why these are on sale. Nobody wants to buy the Ben Shapiro collection. Ben Shapiro's signature performance polo. $125. Holy shit. What? Make America Florida. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Do we want to, as a really quick, I want to see what other collections we have. God. Shot by collections. Oh my god. Let's do the Matt Walsh. I gotta see what the Matt Walsh collection is. What is a candle? Can you imagine being a normal person and going over to somebody's house and they have a candle that they light that on it says to you that they do not know what a candle is? Hey, dog. I'm gonna go feed my dog real quick. Like, just imagine you have no context for this, and it just appears to be a candle asking about its own existence. So great. Chef? Are you serious? First off, no way in hell Matt came up with this. Because his thing is, I am handsome / brilliant are my adjectives. Like, that's his helicopter joke. But also, you don't make fun of something by actually making pronouns. Also, again, having Matt Walsh's actual face on there as like a brand, incredibly cucked behavior. Matt Walsh flannels. Available in 3 patterns for $75. Matt Walsh candle. Would you like a candle that smells like Matt Walsh? Cardamom, black pepper, and sandalwood. I doubt it. Yeah, no, see, there we go. My preferred pronouns are... That's not even the same one. My preferred pronouns. It's supposed to be his line that he said on Dr. Phil, and he said it before all the time, are adjectives. My preferred adjectives are handsome and brilliant. Can't even get it right on your merch, fake-ass fan. What is a woman TV? Oh, it's on clearance for $9.99. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I don't know, who else do we got here? Oh, Coyote Ochre, they took the baby doll down because people made fun of it too much. Yeah, the Matt Walsh baby doll, which I unironically kind of wish I would have bought. Salty Llama, how much would it take for you to buy the fax sweater? I don't know. That's a rough question. Make men manly again. See, some of these was I talking to Kaylin? I think I was talking to Kaylin about wanting to actually buy some of those shitty, like, because they've been on like some of the gender critical sites and stuff. And it was either inspired by them or I was talking to Kaylin about it, but they like the adult human female shirts and stuff that like gender criticals and TERFs will do. Proud Karen, that's a super, super cool. Yes, we Candace dad hat. I love how all of these things are on clearance because they made them and they cannot sell them. Like, again, Imagine a normal person who owns... You see this in the street, and you have no context for it because you're not terminally online to the point of being a Daily Wire fan. What do you think this is, other than just a sweater that says Candace on it? I gotta see what the Jordan B. Peterson collection looks like. Is it just a bunch of, like, rejected suits from Two-Face? What? Maps of meaning cufflinks. Oh my god, of course. Of course. An $80 lobster tie. I could get lobster dinner for less than that. And then that's it. That's all the drip Jordan Peterson has. Lobster tie and pocket square gift set. Ooh, for the lobster fan in your life. We gotta see the rest of it while we're here. The comment section with, again, this just looks like a veiled thread. Like it says the comment section with Brett Cooper, but it's just a picture of a person with a gun. Like, are you going to shoot the comment section? Oh, this one, I hate to admit it. This one kind of has low-key riz. I kind of want to... How much is that? Treated the comment section because we didn't see this kind of content for our generation. Content that breaks through groupthink. It's... All right, well, this is lame as shit, but I do like the... I do like the design, regrettably. It's the colors for me. Like, it does hit a very nice, like... Although, is it on the back? Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate when... philosophically consistent and politically incorrect. Those two things are probably not congruous to each other. Oh, I hate how her stuff is actually kind of cute. But I think that's what they do. They are trying to hit, like, they're trying to get like the academic collection with Jordan Peterson, and I guess Ben Shapiro is their cool guy. And then Matt Walsh is like the man's man. All this is very funny when you know Matt Walsh is a notoriously large pussy. Michael Knowles. What is Michael Knowles' thing? The Michael Knowles Show, yes or no? A pumpkin spice candle. Is it? Michael Knowles candle, creme de la creme. Great. I love t-shirts that are just inside jokes that nobody would know. Michael Knowles cigar label, super cool. All right, who else do we got? We got, oh, Andrew Clavin, this ding dong, the least of them all. Yeah, there you go. No drip, no res. Morning Wire, Crane and Company. Let's see what those ding dongs who these losers who make up precisely like 50% of the cast of Lady Ballers. Speaking of Lady Ballers, we gotta see the Lady Ballers collection. Oh my god, they made a jersey. Okay, so they're selling the fake liberal sign that they made for Lady Ballers based on the real one. Two things about that. One, from a distance, most people will confuse them for the other signs. Two, you've put what you think liberal talking points are on here. And as a result, it makes it look like you actually think those things. Yeah, I need to know, what are the scent notes on the candle? Sweet Victory. I'm sure it's just like vanilla cream or some shit. Because if you guys don't know, a lot of what like Jeremy's products, Jeremy Boring's products and shit, are just relabeled. Like they are literally, they will just stick this label over other products that they can buy and then resell. It's something that like Mr. Beast has done a shit ton of that. Cherry cranberry vanilla. That actually sounds kind of nice. I do like a good... Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking... See, this is how you know. This is how you know they didn't make this shit. Plant-based, vegan, all natural, produced from US grown soybeans. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Like... Yeah, let's see. What is the forward flag candle? I'm willing to bet. Oh, look at that. Plant-based, vegan, made from soybeans. I'm going to check something real quick, actually. The Matt Walsh candle. Oh, would you look at that? Matt Walsh candle. Plant-based, vegan, made from soybeans. It's just a grift. It's a grift all the way down, y'all. Like it's just about making money. That's why Ben Shapiro did this. Like, duh, he doesn't care about the artistry of rap or hip hop at all. He doesn't have any respect for the form. But the fact that they are immediately selling $60 hoodies, the grift is real. The grift is so real. And also, Matt Walsh, confirmed soy boy. It's undeniable, right here. How else would they make a Matt Walsh candle smell like him and include soy if he wasn't a soy boy? Think about it. Think about it. All right, I want to check out really quick Race War, because I got to know what this ding-dong has to say about the Race War.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the
That is a hell of a way to open that. That is a hell of a way to open that. That's not how you start a song. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's start over. Let's get that. All right. Like Colors of Benetton ad shit they're trying to do here with the focusing on people. Enzo the Librarian, hope you're doing okay. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with this. I'm gonna go fill up my tea real quick, and then I'll be right back. Boy, this is rough shit, y'all. Rough shit. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's What do we got here? Okay, let's go real quick and check on Texas. Cuz Texas has been doing not great lately, if we're being honest. If I can be honest with y'all, situation in Texas is kind of scary. Are we getting to the Civil War too? We are indeed. I said that facetiously. I'm mostly joking, and I don't think we are, because honestly, I think what's going to happen is Biden's going to roll over like he always does. But let's just do a really quick recap here from 12 hours ago on CBS, and then we'll go into something I find fascinating: the developing conservative conspiracies around Texas. Because literally nothing can just happen in politics now. It has to be a conspiracy, and it has to be a front for something else. So we're gonna see that real quick. Kagio765, yes, you did miss Shabibo, but do please go check out the stream highlights. I'll put that up. Also, Prompt Gnostic, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate it so much.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott said his state will continue to hold the line against the Biden administration's border crisis. Almost all of the Republican governors are rallying behind Abbott in his border showdown. 25 Republican governors signed a letter supporting Abbott and affirming that the state has the constitutional right to defend itself, including adding more razor wire along the Rio Grande to secure the border. CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez is in Eagle Pass, Texas. Camilo, good morning.
Good morning, Dana. The Department of Homeland Security had given Texas a Friday deadline to say that it would immediately grant federal Border Patrol agents access to this park behind me, but Texas is showing no signs of backing down, paving the way for another legal clash. Texas is doubling down on its efforts at the U.S.-Mexico border. The state is defying federal demands to allow Border Patrol into a public park in Eagle Pass.
Yeah, Robert Borland on YouTube. The issue I have with these stunts is they are so cartoonishly evil and illegal, but get airtime on Fox and rally Republicans around them. I am honestly shocked Greg Abbott had, like, if we were in a proper just society, Greg Abbott would be in prison right now for the shit he pulled shipping the immigrants to Kamala Harris's house in, like, sub-zero temperatures and just dumping them there. Like, he would be in prison right now for that, because that is attempted murder. If any normal person were to do that with one person, if you were to drive them to middle of nowhere, leave them without proper clothes and care in freezing temperatures, you should be charged with attempted manslaughter at the very least. And human trafficking, because it is across multiple state lines. So the fact, like, the problem with him not seeing any kind of repercussions for that level of just diabolical political theater is now, it's bearing itself out now, where he feels emboldened to continue doing this kind of shit. These grand show-offy gestures, which has people like Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire crew and every conservative just chomping at the bit, being like, civil war, and that, which won't actually happen. Like, come on, that's not... It is not going to break out into open conflict quite like that. Doesn't matter how many conservative governors back up behind him and are like, yeah, we'll send troops down your way. And all this started, by the way, not necessarily over just border enforcement, specifically the razor wire. Because Greg Abbott put razor wire on tunnels that immigrants would use to crawl through, and children and women were getting injured because of it. And the Biden administration said, hey, knock that off. And they said, no, we want the women and children to get wrapped up in the razor wire. And the Republicans want to make it this big thing of like, oh, it's an invasion and they're, destroying our border and they're all military-aged men and they're coming across in droves. This shit doesn't actually bear out when you look at the statistics of what's actually happening. Never has, never will. But it sure does sound good to their base. Sure sounds a hell of a lot better than we want women and children crawling through razor wire, which is what Greg Abbott wants. Oh yeah, Salty Llama, I wouldn't be surprised. Salty Llama on Twitch is a currently serving member of the Oregon National Guard. Keep in mind, most military people are pretty far right and fairly open about it too. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if most National Guards people, like, it comes down to it, they wouldn't fire on them. Yeah, no, it's Haria KLR on Twitch saying it's a state's rights to razor wire children. It really is. Like, it is. People have been joking about, like, oh, it's, Civil War II, states' rights again. But it's, states' rights to what? Is that old question that conservatives don't like answering. And this time, states' rights to razor wire children.
National Guard soldiers are fortifying the park with armed vehicles, fencing, and razor wire. This is the razor wire at the center of an intensifying political feud between the state of Texas and the Biden administration. Texas argues that this is repelling migrants from crossing into the country illegally, but the Biden administration says that it is preventing Border Patrol from doing their jobs.
Also, it absolutely is. Like, Border Patrol, tool of the government used to stop immigration. Border Patrol is not going to cross through this shit. Like, if somebody were crossing and Border Patrol wanted to abduct them and grab them or whatever, they wouldn't be able to. So it literally does impede Border Patrol's job. More importantly, coyotes and people who come across the border and smuggle people into America, they're just gonna bring pliers, dude. Like, do you think Mexico doesn't have gloves and pliers? Like, it is just wanton cruelty for political theater. And you can go on Twitter and see it. You can go and see pictures of the children and women being dragged through the razor wire, and conservatives in general, down in the comment section being like, oh, good, that's what they get. Like, that's what they want.
While the wire has forced some migrants to return to Mexico, others like Rosa Lara and her 4-year-old son, Tiago, still managed to find a way into the U.S. after crossing the Rio Grande. ¿Cómo fue esa experiencia? How was that experience?
Sí, es un poco difícil.
It was difficult. ¿Y por qué? Why? ¿Tenías miedo? Were you scared?
Sí, miedo. Miedo.
¿Por qué? Why?
Porque el río estaba hondo. Sí.
The river was deep. Y tenías miedo que de pronto te podías ahogar. You were scared you could drown?
Sí, ahogar y más que todo el niño.
Especially the kid. You were scared that he could drown. While the White House has called Texas's actions inhumane, some local leaders support them.
A woman risking drowning with her child to flee to America. And that's the kind of people who Republicans and conservatives want to fearmonger about all day. That's the kind of invasion force that, oh, they're gonna take all our jobs and they're gonna replace the white person. Give me a fucking break.
Governor Abbott is doing what the federal government should have done a long time ago. I'm not saying about the razor wire, I'm not saying but about curtailing the influx of migrants into the United States. If that would have happened years ago, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now.
Government data released on Friday confirmed that officials here along the U.S.-Mexico border processed more than 300,000 migrants in December, a record high. While border officials have seen a dramatic drop in illegal crossings since then, they are bracing for another crisis. Michelle?
So that's the current state of shit. And somebody's saying... It's in the water on spinning man traps to drown people. Yeah, that's the other thing. Let me see if I can find those really quick. Thumb Warrior XD. Oh, weird how they're not talking about this shit. Mexican family's death at border looms over ongoing Justice Department standoff with Texas. After days of wrangling over control of a heavily trodden stretch of the U.S.-Mexico border, Texas and federal officials remain in a showdown with Governor Greg Abbott, who's refused to cede any ground. The deaths of a mother and her 2 children last week brought this rift to a boiling point. Federal officials say Texas is unable to properly attend to human safety in this area and rescue migrants who become trapped or succumb to dangerous conditions when crossing the Rio Grande. Content warning for this. This is from January 13th. 2 children and a woman died trying to cross the Rio Grande on Friday near a Texas park where state officials have blocked access to federal border patrol officers. Get the fuck out of here. USA Today, stop it. The migrants were already dead when Border Patrol requested access, according to a Texas Military Department statement. Since last week, Texas officials, under orders from Governor Greg Abbott, have prevented federals from entering a stretch of border that includes a 47-acre city park that's become a focal point in the broader border control debate amid increases in crossings. In responding to a distress call from the Mexican government, Border Patrol agents were physically barred by Texas officials from entering the area, the DHS statement said. The Texas governor's policies are cruel, dangerous, and inhumane, and Texas' blatant disregard for federal authority over immigration poses grave risks. The DHS said Mexican officials alerted the Border Patrol about migrants in distress. So they knew there were migrants in distress. Later, officials in Mexico recovered the 3 bodies and rescued 2 immigrants from the group who had signs of hypothermia, according to DHS. The 3 migrants were a family, a mother with an 8-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son. Cuellar blamed Abbott's policies. In 2021, Abbott launched Operation Lone Star to use state resources to stop migrant crossings. The personnel at Shelby Park are part of the state's latest actions. Like, wait, what? What do you even say to that? Let's see what the justification is.
Well, at least half of America's governors now backing Texas Governor Greg Abbott in his battle with the Biden administration over securing the border. They are all Republican. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is among them. She is at the border today in Eagle Pass, and she calls it a war zone. Governor, great of you to join us. We appreciate it. You say that you are proud of what Texas is doing. Tell us why.
I am. I'm incredibly proud of Texas and the actions that they're taking. They're protecting their state sovereignty. Listen, this is Texas land. Shelby Park belongs to the state of Texas. It's a part of the United States of America, and the president is refusing to defend it from an invasion. So today was the deadline that President Biden gave Texas to that they were going to start cutting down some of the razor wire. There has been none of that happening here today, but I, as the governor of South Dakota, see the effects of Joe Biden ignoring federal law and allowing...
Fucking hysterical that a South Dakota, anybody from South Dakota, I'm sure she's been in a military some capacity, but is calling Texas a war zone because there's some garbage on the border. Mighty Mulatto, $20, thank you very much. Migrant women were being sexually assaulted at poultry plants in Mississippi. A migrant child was caught and mangled in a packaging plant. This is about cheap, exploitable labor that can't organize or fight due to fear of deportation. Yeah, and I mean that's nothing new. Like literally, that's how America and since the Industrial Revolution, cheap, exploitable labor has been sought out by industry. Like it's like well known that migrant workers make up a large majority of farmhands.
This invasion every single day in my home state. The funneling of the human trafficking and the drugs comes across this border, comes into my state through my tribal reservations. It devastates my people. That's why I'm proud to stand with Governor Abbott.
Fucking insane to say my people on tribal reservations. Let me look up Governor Noem. I could be wrong. I got a feeling she's not, doesn't have indigenous heritage. I got a feeling. Yep, born to Ron and Corrine Arnold. Family ranch and farm, so she probably grew up pretty well. She has Norwegian ancestry. Weird. And she was crowned South Dakota Snow Queen that year. Oh, that's great. Okay, so she doesn't have military experience, so she wouldn't know what a war zone looks like. Great. Oh, she supported Donald Trump's Muslim travel ban. Great. She said she supported a temporary ban on accepting refugees from, quote, terrorist-held areas, but, quote, did not address whether she supports other aspects of the order, which led to the detention of legal U.S. residents, such as green card holders and people with dual citizenship. Shocked.
And his people here that are working to keep America safe.
Do you worry, Governor, that Texas might be seen as defying the Supreme Court, defying the federal government?
They are literally defying a Supreme Court order. There's nothing to be like, are you worried it'll be seen that way? They're literally defying a Supreme Court order.
Governments, especially when Republicans mainly support the makeup of this Supreme Court.
You know, it's interesting, the decision that came out of the Supreme Court. They talked about the fact that Biden could take down concertina wire, razor wire. Texas will put it back up. I think there'll be other legal challenges, but I'm proud of the fact that this state and 25 other governors are standing and declaring and protecting our state sovereignty. Texas and those 13 original colonies would have never signed the treaty that formed the first Constitution of the United States.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right to protect themselves and defend their own people.
God, this is just absolute conservative problem bullshit. It's just like, oh, you know, Thomas Jefferson, and they wouldn't have, it's like that dumbass, like Ed Harris's speech from The Rock. Where it's just like, Jefferson and Washington, they were patriots. They would have been called traitors today. You know, like that kind of bullshit.
Was protected. So what Joe Biden is doing is threatening our state sovereignty. And if he does federalize the National Guard, the Texas National Guard, that'll be unprecedented. That is actually activating.
I love how they're trying to shift it. Not like the state like blatantly disregarding and ignoring a Supreme Court judgment. That's not unprecedented. That's totally normal. But that Supreme Court judgment then being enforced, which Biden won't do because he's a pussy. That would be, oh gosh, that would be crazy.
Federal Guard and telling them to stand down and not protect the United States. I don't think we've ever had soldiers activated and told that they were being activated so that they would not protect and defend the United States of America. So we're in unprecedented times, and I'm incredibly proud of the men and women that are here on this border today, making sure that they're trying to slow down this invasion.
Yeah, I want to put these full screens up. These are Fox News voter analysis from Iowa and New Hampshire.
No, Rosa Friend, I've never lived on the border. I've been to the border. But Rosa Friend saying, I live on the border. People elsewhere don't understand that community is like-minded and open border to function. We are symbiotic. Fascism only hurts. Border towns, like actual border towns, like El Paso and a number of other places along, like some places in California, all along Texas. It's on both sides of the border. You understand? Like, the farmland, the people who work there, they cross the border every day. It's a community. It is. I know that conservatives like to push the idea of border control as this, like, that the border is just this lawless, desolate hellscape wasteland that people are coming across in droves. That's not the reality. That's not true at all. It's not. It never has been.
I know you can't see them. It simply says that immigration is the #1 issue in both.
Yeah, again, this was we talked about this a little bit when it came out, but it shows so much for New Hampshire Republicans. I don't know what a state in New England has to worry about immigration at either the northern or southern border. New Hampshire doesn't come close to either of them. It's a little close to the northern border, but what? Are you afraid of an invasion by the Mounties? Like what? Are you afraid once the moose come from Maine, they're going to New Hampshire next? Like what?
of those, Governor. And now, of course, you have the Biden administration saying that it's Republicans who don't want the border secure because they want to.
Oh yeah, Max's animates. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I've had enough of this already. I am disgusted by the. So let's really quick. We got that. But because modern conservatism is so terrifyingly conspiracy-brained, we cannot have a normal just engagement with any ongoing events. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my tea because it's finally heated up, and I need some woosah. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh yeah, Enzo the Librarian. We've been having some fun. Let's check this out, because there are now. This is from Liz Churchill, who has how many? Good God, 384,000 followers. Conspiracy theorist. Communism ruins everything. I'm sure nothing bad comes from her page. She is now saying that Governor Greg Abbott is a member of the World Economic Forum, which a lot of people are. It's called the World Economic Forum. It's an economic forum. But again, World Economic Forum has been a dog whistle along with like globalist and New World Order. It is essentially like part of the new World Order. And like the sphere of conspiracy theorists. Oh, and yeah, by the way, Lady Kukiri, thank you very much on YouTube. There's 440 people watching and only 139 likes. Let's get those numbers up, people. Yes, please. That would very much help me. I haven't watched this, but I do know it's a conspiracy theory, and I'm very curious about it. Very curious about it, because I think it's very funny that there can't even be like a ongoing conservative thing without there being a conspiracy theory about it. Yeah, Marquise decided it very much is a triple parenthesis globalist thing.
What's going on, guys? I know y'all come to my page because of the comedy, and I just play around on here. And I don't get political very often. Sometimes I have some things to say about things. I live in Texas. I was just in Eagle Pass, and I've got some videos I need to show you guys. Because you're watching the news, whether it's CNN or Fox, you're letting these news media idiots get you riled up against each other. Let me show you some videos that might just calm your ass down.
See, again, here we go. We got this like conservative angle of, oh, it's the media and the elites. They want to push you against each other, and really we're just trying to make everybody get along, man. All right, let's hear it, Jimbo.
Make you turn off the TV. Watch this.
All right, so this is the wall, you know, the fence that we put up. And they put up a secondary fence because they opened the gates. There's some armed guards with some pretty serious weaponry. You know, pretty intimidating, right? Here's your razor wire in between the two bridges that are in the entrances into Mexico, and also the entrance to Eagle Pass. There's some Hummers, some more guys, right? We're protecting, we're keeping them out. This is 0.5 miles from that area. 0.5 miles from where they set up their cameras. 0.5 miles from where they have all the people there. And it's right down the road. I left this long to show you just...
Yeah, Lucy Lazar brings up a good point. People who, quote, aren't usually political always seem to be weirdly political in some very specific ways. Yeah, it should be a massive red flag when people say, oh, I don't usually get into political issues. Because, then what are you doing? So you the first thing you're admitting in this conversation is that you don't know what you're talking about. Why should anybody listen to you? Of course, other people do listen to them because other people are also like, oh, well, I'm not political, but this sounds right. And then they don't do any additional research on the things that are being said. And so they just guzzle it down and go like, Greg Abbott is a member of the World Economic Forum. Truly, maybe something's happening. To their 384,000 subscribers. The absolute state of information.
How short of a drive it is for us to get to a point where all that we just saw does not matter, and they're just getting you riled up against each other because it's election time. And right about here is where you're going to see it. What's that? Where are the armed guards? Where are the AR-15s?
Okay, so as we were talking about earlier, we're saying that specifically a lot of it is around a small patch of land that is a park. And that's where a lot of the contention is concentrated right now. This looks like any drive onto farmland I've ever seen in my life. Like this looks like a drive onto somebody's land. That just happens to be, because the border wall was made in a hurry, just happens to be through somebody's land. I'm willing to bet that. So on that note, any number of things could happen here. This could have been under armed guard and they left. This could have been somebody on that land literally just like running to their house for keys or something, and they left the gate open and they're gonna come right back. Or it could be somebody on that land who just went to their house for keys, or just went back to their house, or just left the gate open when they left. There are so many different things that could have happened here, and these people have no idea whatsoever what happened or why. Yet, let's jump to the weirdest possible conclusion that Greg Abbott is a globalist, New World Order shill, trying to spread, working with the media? Working with Biden? Like, what is the end goal here?
Where's the razor wire? Where's the gates? That's
was that literally showing
half
somebody's
a mile
house?
From where the media is blowing up that Texas versus the feds.
Yeah, Zoom on YouTube. This looks like private land. Again, I have been to Texas in the past, but I know farmland pretty well. Grew up on a couple farms, drove around it a shit ton. This looks like literally every turnoff I've ever seen in the middle of Washington farmland.
That we're having this big battle. So that was one gate. That was the very first gate that I saw. We drove down a little bit more. There's one. It had a chain on it. So you keep driving down the road. You got Trump's wall doing its job. This one has never even had a gate. So to me, doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat.
Another thing, particularly as we talked about with the family that drowned, the contention isn't on the border wall. The contention is on the Rio Grande River and the drowning devices and the barbed wire being used on that. As we saw in the video with what's-her-face from South Dakota, the camera pulled out. They had a helicopter view where it was this wall that was right on the edge of the water, and they had buffeted the wall with barbed wire. So this is not the border that they're guarding. When they went back to the beginning, if you go back to the beginning here, Yeah, there you go. What is that, what's that bridge over right there? Water. You ding dong. Ah, geez, I wonder why why they're not making a big show around here. It's because there's no water. Because they aren't putting barbed wire there.
Doesn't matter what you are, and you're posting about this Texas versus the feds, and we could have a civil war. I'm telling you right now, if a civil war breaks out, it's not because there's something good to fight over. It's because it's election time. It is because the news media is corrupt, and you need to turn the TV off. I don't care.
How? So the news media is causing this. Sorry, the math ain't mathin'. Like, the news media?
What news media you watch? Just go down there and look yourself.
Oh yeah, just go on. Everybody just go on down to Texas, you fucking idiot.
Look, the things that they are saying that the feds and Texas are fighting about is a stretch that is not even a mile. How long is the border? They can just walk right over, and those gates keep going and going and going and going. I know you're thinking, well, just 2 gates. No, they're all open. Open all the gates. It's a whole hoopla over this little bitty section in Eagle Pass in between a bridge and a bridge. Only place that there's guards. So if you can't get in half a mile of our border, you just walk down the road and the information from Texas. I'm in the middle.
All right, I'm in the middle. Yeah, okay. Let's see what this. So this was shared. This very stupid thing was shared to, again, an audience of 384,000 people. How much are we talking here on? Oh, only 375.k views. That's not bad. 0.1k views. Great. These are the people that you definitely want on the case. This guy, Steve M, really great, just calling everybody. Sarah, at Sarah Huckabee, at Elon Musk, at Alex Jones. Great. Rad. All these independent / civilian reporters on their way for the truth. I hate the idea of civilian reporters because they're not reporters. They have no, like, compunction about anything. They have no journalistic principles whatsoever. It's not like they don't know how to report things. Oh, look at this person. The razor wire is there and that entrance is shown without logistical context. Asking the Border Patrol why would be an obvious first steps instead of this push of wild claims that, in my opinion, want to quell public interest / support. He is? Do you have proof? Remember, WF will often highlight people on their webpage without their permission. They did it to Vivek Ramaswamy and Tulsi Gabbard. And then you have this guy. Chaos and revolt is part of the agenda. We are all being played. Good God. Discord and Vol, thank you very much for resubbing for 3 months. No problem with being the story rather than reporting on the story. Yeah, exactly. Like, they have no ability to remove themselves from something. Astrocore, thank you very much for cheering 10 biddies. I think a lot of people that, quote, aren't related to politics are just people who have the luxury of their politics being such a norm that it doesn't feel political to them. That is very true. I think also it's a lot of people who are blessed to not have to engage with politics in their life. Like in their day-to-day life. And I think you see this a lot with, like with QAnon and with the like child trafficking conspiracies. You saw it a lot when in the pandemic, a lot of moms and stay-at-home, like kind of just regular centrist wine mom Karens who don't engage with politics got pilled on shit because suddenly they were like, oh, well, people are trafficking children in the Wayfair cabinets and all this stuff because they don't engage. So they don't have that literacy, first off. So when they engage with politics, even if it is like 2 times removed through that conspiracist lens, they don't have the literacy to be like, oh, well, that sounds like bullshit. But they also don't have the literacy to go and look at who's saying that and what other things they support. And that's how people end up going down a rabbit hole. People who are otherwise completely normal and otherwise insulated from politics. Like, they live comfortable lives and they don't need to think about it except for once every 4 years. They're just like, oh, my family's always voted Republican or whatever. Which there are absolutely people like that. It's wild. I will always remember, it was in 2016? I think it was 2016, where I was on campus at the community college I was going to, and there were canvassers there for, I think they were Democrat canvassers, but they were making sure that kids were registered to vote and stuff. And there was this, like, kind of upper middle class looking, about my age girl who, white, Starbucks vibes is what I'll say. Like, that, I think that's the only way I can really describe the vibe she gave off. Just like incredible Starbucks vibes. And somebody came up like, oh, hey, are you registered to vote? And she says, and I will remember this for as long as I live, because I was like 10 feet away and I was trying to get something worked out with like my schedule or something, because it was by the like scheduling office. I was 10 feet away. And the canvasser walks up like, oh, hey, hi, how are you doing? Are you registered to vote? And she says, no, I don't get political. And I was like, you don't get do you hear what Republicans want to do to your reproductive rights? I don't get political. It's like, because there is this class of people who don't get political until it's something that actually literally affects them. They don't have a cognition of how politics affect the world around them because it doesn't affect them directly. Yeah. Yeah, lady is groofing. Tyson James. Do we want to check out Tyson James? Let me really quick to put a little horrendous, gross bow on the situation in Texas. What is this one? I forgot what this video was. Oh yeah, this is just more conspiracy bullshit. Anyway, to put a disgusting little orange bow on it. I know, Miley, it's somebody who's lost their right to vote. I can't stand people who just don't want to engage with politics. It was sickening. It was sickening. Crow V, thank you very much for joining in and hanging out. Texas was jealous of all the attention Florida was getting. Honestly, I'd be more afraid of Greg Abbott running for anything than DeSantis, because DeSantis is a weird little gremlin man. Greg Abbott is much more vicious and vile. DeSantis wants to be Greg Abbott. Like, both of them have been emboldened by Trump, but DeSantis really wants to like have the chutzpah that Greg has.
Border states, I will use every. When I'm president, instead of trying to send Texas a restraining order, I will send them reinforcements.
God, look at him. It's literally like a supernatural. It's watching like Emperor Palpatine suck the life force out of a husk. You know, like look at his, like, the entire way he relaxes his visage as the baying crowd start yelling, "We love Trump." Like, look at it's like eldritch shit. Watch this.
Instead of
it's terrifying. It's horrible.
Fighting border states, I will use every resource, tool, and authority of the U.S. president to defend the United States of America from this horrible invasion that is taking place right now. There's never been anything like it. Texas will be given full support, and I will deploy all necessary military and law enforcement resources to seal up the final section of border.
The final section. His shitty border that didn't even go in correctly. Okay. What was that? The Tom McDonald. Who else? It was Tom McDonald and what was the other? Who? Somebody just mentioned another rapper like Tom McDonald. Who was that? I am the Senate. Ballsack with a tube. Who said there was another? Tyson James, that's who it was. Yeah, I wish I would leave X2, but unfortunately, I just hit 4K subscribers, so I'm not going anywhere because that is helping me make money now, so I can't leave, and I hate it. It's a terrible website. What was I doing? Doop, boop, doop, boop, boop, boop. Tyson Games. I would rather play some Tyson games, get some LCD screens up in this piece. Or that's Tiger. Never mind. What the hell am I saying? Great. I'm a Christian conservative hip-hop artist that puts God first. No one can buy me. Okay, we're gonna go into another no, Taco Liquor, I'm not getting money from Twitter, but it does, like, it helps me with engagement. So if I have 4,000 subscribers, when I put out a video on YouTube, I can share it, and that'll get me ad revenue on YouTube. Like, I don't monetize Twitter at all, and I don't plan on it, but it is, like, having a platform is still, like, I cannot, it would be like turning down extra hours at work, and I kind of can't afford to right now because it is my literal job. Hey, dog, would you not? Thank you. Did you shush for a second? Being so noisy. You're all good, Taco Liquor. Wig Mortem, thank you very much for following. Because we banned, but we still doing. All right, let's do a little palate cleanse. Do we want to do a Lil Nas X diss? I love how he just like is doing music videos in like his backyard. Super cool. Let the boys be boys. Okay, we're gonna do Lil Nas X diss and then let the boys be boys because I need to see it. I need to see it. Oh, Majestic Spider-Man, Biden's Fed will not. Like, they will not do anything of the sort.
Thank you, Lil Nas X, for exposing soft Christians. Tried being the nice guy.
Oh, he's not even gonna do a music video. Now I gotta go in. This is... Okay, everybody buckle in, because this is gonna be... I've committed to this. We're going to be like off the beat. I hate this. I hate that Tom McDonald's already better at this. Also, he hasn't even mentioned like he's trying to do, he started off at the beginning like doing a Christian rap version of fuck Jay-Z, but it had to be clean. So it's just like, thanks Lil Nas X for exposing these fake Christians. And it's like, that doesn't have this, that's not really a diss track, you know? Like, not really. It's completely off the beat. I hate it. Also, he's doing like old Eminem. Like he has like a Slim Shady, like a classic Eminem attempt at a flow. That's very odd. You cannot be talking like you're popping off hot shit when the darkest shit you've said is Lil Nas X going to hell now. Like that's the hotness you're bringing. What are you talking about letting it marinate? Good God. I'm willing to bet came up with that entire thing off that last lyric, because even though it wasn't done well, that was the closest thing to good he had, was mixing water with the oil. It will never be combined. All right, let's see. Toby James, ex Corbin, let the boys be boys. And we have children with what looks like airsoft guns. And raise them right. Great. Rad. Super cool. Demon Month. Oh, man, this guy is just a well of dumb shit. Let's go. Oh, Israel. Hashtag Israel-Gaza war.
Newsflash, you can't change your gender. You are who you are.
Oh my God, he got his children to do it. And his child is wearing a Kyle Rittenhouse t-shirt. His like, these kids couldn't be, what, 11, 12, if that? I don't know, kids all look the same to me. But like, like literally telling kids, oh, this guy who killed people at a protest was totally rad and cool.
If God made you a boy, then just be it, cause you can never change it. Trust me, you don't wanna cut it off, cause you can't rearrange it. They wanna mutilate us, I know it's the strangest. It's the devil cause he hates us. Here, let me mansplain this. They telling you that God made a mistake. Anybody saying that is headed to the lake. Look, I just wanna go outside and climb a couple trees. Let the boys be boys, I don't want your woke disease. You're a cancer, I don't care about the colors in your flag.
Talking about making your children sing a song with a lyric like, oh, boys just want to go out and climb trees. And you are forcing your children to wield airsoft guns menacingly like they're actual guns and wear a Kyle Rittenhouse shirt. This is fucking dark. Like, this is dark shit.
That's God's rainbow. It does not belong to the drag. I might buy one just so I can.
That kind of goes hard though. It's God's rainbow. It does not belong to the drag. Sorry, kid. Like, I want to make a diss track on these small children.
Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible, you should learn it. Let the boys be boys. Let us be boys. Let the girls be girls. Let the boys be boys. I'm a boy, you can't change it. Let the girls be girls.
Hey, real talk, who is listening to this? Like real genuine question. Who will hear this and be like what kind of person? Form a mental image in your mind of the person who knows all the lyrics in this and sings along to it in the car. Is that kind of person? Not shouldn't be allowed in society. Like, wait, Lego Panda Foxbat, what? What are you saying? Hang on now. This is... thank you very much, Cinegang Soup, for following. Now, this is how Nick Fuentes happens. Like, you want to know how you get a Nick Fuentes? This is how you get a Nick Fuentes. Okay, I got you, Foxpot. Like, somebody was saying, oh, no, these kids are 100% homeschooled. Like, are you kidding? Like, but this is, you are not letting kids, there is not a mod. Why does somebody need to be moderated? Get rid of the dog whistler. I do not know. Maybe. Who's the troll? Who are we talking to? Speedy boy. Okay. I don't know, is Speedy boy still here? Or did he leave? Alright, let me look at that Yenzo real quick. Let's see. I don't know what else they could possibly put into this, but we'll see. I want to check out at least another one of this guy's videos because these are rough.
Let the girls be girls, let the boys be boys. I just want to go outside and play with all my toys. Look.
My toys, dressing all in black, and that one even have a, I don't even think that one has a an orange tip on it. You're supposed to do that. That's how you get shot, kid. Also, look at this rich-ass suburb he lives in. Get the fuck out of here.
There's only two genders. I got a mom and dad. I keep God in the center. I do kid stuff. My mom told me never talk to strangers. And if I see a man in a dress, that is dangerous. Tell the
gun-toting Bible thumper. Normal stuff to give a child.
truth to save souls is my mission now. Walking through my hood, Nerf gun like I'm renting house. Girls wear pink.
Walking through my hood, Nerf gun like I'm Rittenhouse. I think rap should be taken away from white people until we get to the bottom of what's going on. AstroCore cheered 10 biddies, a bit contextless, but you seem like you vibe with the podcast Behind the Bastards. I do. I like Robert Evans and a lot of the stuff he does. That's a fucking wild thing to say. Seeing y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. I wasn't able to see what the shirt actually said before, but yeah. First off, calling this area a hood. That's giving white kid vibes for sure. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse can literally only be taken as a threat of murder. Like, y'all about to make me shoot some people. Which, I don't care what you think about Kyle Rittenhouse. That's an inappropriate thing for a child to have on a shirt. It just is.
And boys wear blue. And there will never be such thing as your truth. And you cannot change what God made you to be. Either a girl or a boy. Look at the birds and the bees. Let the boys be boys. Let us be boys. Let the girls be girls. Let the boys be boys. I'm a boy, you can't change it. Let the girls be girls. Won't you leave us all alone? Let the boys be boys. Let us be boys. Let the girls be girls. Let the boys be boys. I'm a boy, you can't change it. Let the girls be girls. Won't you leave us all alone? Let the boys be boys. Hey Corbin. What's up? I just want to be a boy, you know, what God made me to be. Yeah, all this tranny stuff is getting really weird.
That is like that's fucking rough, dude. That's like such a wild thing to make your child do. Yeah, let's do Demon Month because I gotta see what that is.
Parents Parents are feeling very divided about this Pride assembly that's happening today. Some parents believe that Pride and LGBTQ plus topics.
What do you want to bet they're going to show Pride gatherings and stuff, but they're not actually going to show all the scary shit that they like to make people freak out about?
Should not be taught in schools, while other parents don't mind. Leave our kids alone. You're not gay. It's the demon that's inside of you.
Oh, off to just such a good, strong start. Good Lord in heaven. Oh, you're not gay. That's the demon that's inside of you. Proceed. You weren't born that way. Don't let it try to lie to you. I'ma tell the truth. Don't act like... Also, this dog shit like basic font over everything. This sucks, dude. Again, it doesn't affect you. But like, no, he was just in prison. Like, and you're just soft. You're just not ready for it. Like, y'all ain't cut from that cloth. Lelena Brandt, $4.99. Shiba dog clapping his hands. I love Shiba dogs. Oh, thank you very much, cute candy cat. I appreciate it. Feeling exercise, getting way too strong, bottled up inside. They kiss it no longer. Conviction inside is from God. They admit that the devil's trying. All right, this is just the same stuff. It's just like the devil, God. Blah. It's like, okay. I've always been a rebel. Now I'm a rebel for Christ. So cool, dude. So cool. Oh my God. Dangerous music video. Oh no, that was last year. He just hasn't changed his shit. Cool. How many subscribers does this guy have? 163K. Ugh. How did I get here? Don't like that. Let's see what else we got. All right, we got some other stuff to go through tonight. I'm just getting warmed up, really. Do we want to talk about... I have two other topics to get to. Charlie Kirk said some racist shit and Matt Walsh defended him. And then also we can go over the state of trans healthcare. What are we feeling, chat? Trans healthcare, Charlie Kirk, racist Matt Walsh. Foxbat, Charlie Kirk, trans healthcare, Kirk and his big head, tiny face. All right, let's go Charlie Kirk real quick. And I don't think this will take too terribly long. Then we can get to the other stuff. And thanks to everybody who's been donating this month. I've been working on the history of anti-Semitism video for let me put into words how long I've been working on it. I thought it would be done in 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Like, at the beginning of the month, I was like, yeah, okay, 2 weeks for this, and then I got other projects lined up, and it has become, and I'm very happy that I've had such. Thank you to everybody, if anybody is in chat, who has edited it and helped with that. Any of the Jewish members of my community who gave me feedback, it is so incredibly appreciated, and it has gotten to a point where I am incredibly proud of the script. But in the meantime, I do want to thank everybody who's donated, who's helped out, because I did not have like a big earning video this month, and it's just kind of been like, it's January, it's fine. Just like the income hasn't been as high as previous months, so literally all the donations and stuff help so much. And that's not to beg or anything, because I'm doing fine. Like, if you do not feel pressed to give me anything at all, but I do want to thank everybody, and thanks for everybody's patience, especially everybody's patience with this coming video, because I think it's going to be I think this video is gonna be I hope it takes off, because I have put so much into it, and I think it's gonna be huge. I honestly think it's gonna be over 2 hours probably. All right. Foxbat, the Jewish members of the community who have been very delighted and amused by the attempts at Hebrew during the Chabad whole incident. Yeah, I did my best to not have that much in the video, not have that much Hebrew, but we'll see how that goes. Reed, I would donate, but I've been having trouble trying to find it. Do not even worry about it. Do not even worry about it. Like, not a problem. Like, seriously, don't worry about it. I do not say that to be like, oh, poor me or anything. I'm just letting people know about the video coming out. Is it strictly a history video? No. It is, I would say, probably half history, half modern. Because it is what it ended up being is a extensive deep dive from literally the diaspora, the spreading of the Jewish diaspora out of the Roman Empire after the fall of Jerusalem at 40 AD all the way through to modern day. And I go by, it goes over a lot of stuff, so like thousands of years of history there. And then the modern part talks about how conspiracies, especially since World War II, have proliferated to the point of today. And it talks about kind of the hidden anti-Semitism and stuff like that. So it's just been ridiculously intensive. And I'm very, very happy with it. So far, I'm very happy with it. And I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, so let's Charlie Kirk is, I feel like he's degrading in real time. Like, what is it called? What is twink death called when they were never a twink to begin with? Charlie Kirk has whatever that is. Because it's, Benny Beignet, thank you very much for subscribing. Cheer 1000, thank you, Salty Llama. I use the rest of my money for this. Oh my gosh, day to day I'm indebted to a loan shark, but Salty Llama, you better be joking, I swear to God. Oh, I swear to God, so much. I use the rest of my money for this. I struggle day to day and am indebted to a loan shark, so I hope you can use it. Don't make me feel bad for that. I don't want to make fun of anyone because like lots of people deal with hair loss and lots of people deal with like male pattern baldness and stuff, but his face, it's because his forehead continues to get bigger and his already small face just continues to look smaller. And it's no, that's why I said it's not twink death. It's, what do you call twink death for somebody who was never a twink? I'm not sure. Bed Monster, thank you very much for following. Let's dig into, because what Charlie Kirk said was just straight up racist. Like straight up. We'll see what he said. And Matt Wall coming to his defense, saying, why are people mad at him? He said the quiet part loud. It's like, yeah, that's probably why people are mad at him, Matt, because he said the quiet part loud. Do you know why it's the quiet part? It's 'cause it's supposed to be quiet. People aren't supposed to say it. People aren't supposed to think it, but they do. And people like Matt want to normalize people saying that shit too. Cute Cotton Candy Cat has used 100 bits. My pet cat thinks he looked like a gay. His breath smells like fried chicken because he ate lots of kibbles, so he might not be the most reliable. No, he sounds pretty reliable. I think he's definitely
okay. Something
reliable.
A little bit different for Was Wall Strong, only because this is a topic I wanted to cover in the headlines and I ran out of time, so I'm just doing it here. And it's my show, I can do what I want. So rather than Was Wall Strong, it's a little bit different. This is, maybe we'll call this Was Kirk Wrong, because Charlie Kirk has been trending with lots of people attacking him and calling him racist for something that he said on his show this week. And the thing that annoys me about this is that plenty of conservatives were jumping on the dog pile and calling Kirk a racist as well for this. And so let's watch the clip, and we'll find out if Kirk was wrong. Is he racist? Let's listen.
And that's why I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard, because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits, or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off, and I feel better now thinking about that.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality.
Yeah, it is. Like he's saying thought crime. Oh, it's a thought crime to think a black person's unqualified. That's literally who you are and what you believe. If that's your first thought, like you see a black pilot, you're like, oh, it's a black one. I hope he's qualified. That's who you are and what you believe, dude. How are you going to try and backpedal on that? They're trying to make it sound like, oh, it's because GEI, and I want to make sure. Which we actually talked about this a little while ago when Matt Walsh was having weird meltdowns over it. Like, hey, you notice something? There's something between all four of these guys. I just can't quite put my finger on it. There's something about them that seems so incredibly similar. I wonder why they would all four of them would be able to easily excuse racism. It's so, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Reality the left has created.
Okay, so I know we're supposed to read comments here, but I don't think that's necessary. A whole bunch of comments calling Kirk a racist for that. You can imagine. Fill in the blanks.
It's literally
like I said,
just
plenty of
racism.
people on the right joining in.
It's literally, if you are going by Matty Boy loves definitions. I go over this in my videos about him. How he loves the simplest definitions for things. Where he'll be like, oh, this thing isn't actually that because it doesn't apply to this. The simplest definition of racism is judging somebody based on their race. How's that for a definition, Matt? By that definition, by that very simple definition, looking at a black person and saying, oh, I hope he's qualified to be a pilot, because he's black, is racist. You dum-dum. Boxycat SWL, thank you for the biddies.
Which I always find disgusting. Look, even if you think he's wrong, and he's not, but you don't jump on a dog pile against the guy on your own side.
This is another thing we see Matt Walsh saying the quiet part loud. Matt Walsh is real big into not jumping on other conservatives for really any reason. And you saw it with his steadfast defense of Josh Duggar, the inhuman slime monster who deserves to have things done to him that would break TOS if I said them. And it's such a great example of how conservatives don't play by the same rules as the left. Because Matt is a big don't eat your own. Like he will do anything to ensure that the political side he's on wins. And that includes overlooking any horrible shit that his own side does, which is what we're seeing here.
Why do you even need to? If there's already 10,000 people screaming, this is racist, he's awful. Why do you need to chime in yeah?
It's because, Matt, they actually have scruples. They actually have standards and ideals that, despite being conservative, they at least want to try and pretend to live up to. They at least want to put forward that they're not actually racist. So when somebody says something that's obviously blatantly racist, they feel an obligation to at least push back against it and denounce it. If only, what I think most of the conservatives out there would say, if only to keep up appearances. That being said, Matty Boy, you don't, which is weird to me. That when you see somebody being obviously racist, you're like, oh, it's not racist. Why are people criticizing him? It seems like
Yes, I too believe this. I also would disagree with this. I'll never get that. You got 10,000 people.
Carl, it's bad. I stress over my hairline as a trans femme, but at least I don't have to stress over my face literally only taking up a third of my face. Thank you very much for donating.
Have already said that they disagree. Why do you think you need to also? No one gives a damn what you think. Why do you also need to just say, and I as well. Yes, me too. Well, and that's rhetorical. I know why they feel the need to do it. But in any case, was Kirk wrong about this? Was he racist? No, of course not. What he said was obviously true. The only thing he's doing different is that he's saying the words out loud. He's saying out loud what is the clear implication of DEI, which is that since the airlines have announced their intention to increase the number of minority and female pilots and decrease the number of white male pilots, that means they are taking something other than merit and skill into account in the hiring process.
That is not what that means at all.
There is something else. Even if you want to claim that, but they also are looking for merit and skill. Doesn't matter.
So, see, and here's a great example of Matt accepting an argument where he'd be proven wrong and then just hand waving it away just because he said so. But that's what's actually happening, is like they also have to be qualified and have to go through extensive training. They just also are seeking, and we talked about this last time, the reason is there's a shortage of pilots. So they are trying to expand why that role would feel more comfortable and more open and welcome to more diverse groups. So they can get more pilots because they have a shortage of pilots. Yet Matt wants to make it like, oh, they'll just hire anybody off the street. That's not true. They are trying to get a wider, diverse group because they need more people in general. So they're trying to open it up, and they still have to go through all the same training. Still have to have all the same qualifications. It's not like because somebody's black, like they just throw them in the cockpit like, oh, hello, first day. Yes, come on. I see you are black. You must be an amazing pilot naturally. Like, no, you idiot.
He brought something else into the picture that has nothing to do with merit and skill, and that is the problem. So it also means that, you know, if you see a black pilot, that he could.
Careful, Matt. Oh, Matt's dancing on hot coals here. Careful, buddy. What are you going to say next?
He obviously easily could be perfectly qualified for the job. He could be someone who got the job before DEI existed, or he could be someone who got the job when DEI existed, but would have gotten it without DEI. I mean, all of that is perfectly possible. But he could also be someone who got it because he fit the DEI demo. So there is that wariness and suspicion that happens because we don't know. We don't know. Balance of nature, fruits and veggies are a great way to make sure you're getting essential nutritional ingredients every single day. Balance of nature uses
he's stuttering because he realized he's gotten into a talking point where he's like, oh wait, no, I'm about to say some actually racist stuff. We better back out of this. Abort. Yeah, let's get that minute long in this video. I'm sure that's also ad revenued. God.
You know,
AstroCorps can
Matt has the
Walsh,
job based on merit.
Matt Walsh's idea of pilots start and end with Charles Lindbergh.
Merit, because there is no program, there is no policy, there is no initiative explicitly trying to increase the number of white males in the industry. So he couldn't have.
Again, it's not that they are explicitly looking for black people over white people. It is that they are trying to open it up to more diverse groups across the spectrum because they need more pilots. Like, that's it. He knows this.
I've gotten a job because of DEI. That's one of the ironies here, is that all you're doing this because you want to have fewer white male pilots or whatever, but you're
that's literally, again, not why they're doing it. Literally not why they're doing it. You moron. You maroon. Also, I've been futzing around with this figure for a couple seconds, and I made a crab. Crab.
Just making people, although you are decreasing the number and you're taking opportunities away from people that are otherwise qualified, which is horrible.
Wait, maroon is an antiquated racial slur? But that's what Bugs Bunny says when he wants to call somebody a moron. Is that true? I'm sorry, I did not know that, if that's true.
In a way, you're making people like biased in favor, even if they won't say it out loud, the way that Charlie Kirk did. You're making people biased in favor of white male pilots in a way that they would not have been otherwise. But now they are. Because like, well...
Okay, but it was previously biased in favor of white male pilots because of a number of different factors like education, the fact that they would look for white male pilots. Like, that's another thing they're going back on. But again, it's just because they mostly need pilots.
Hey, they're the only ones who, like, especially
Takua!
Especially now, if they got that job in spite of all the DEI, like, you're a white male and these industries are not interested in you, and you still got
Makuta LaRocca, I'll be right back. I got you. All right, which Takanova you want? You want classic or new hotness? Classic, new hotness. Classic, new hotness. I got you. I got you covered. Classic, new hotness. keep them right here. Supposed to be at the Coley match. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen the Bionicle movie as a child. I watched it. Literally shot out of bed after hearing to go. I watched it over and over as a kid, and when I watched it, when I got on the design team for the Mask of Power game, I watched the whole trilogy again because I hadn't seen it in years, and I didn't realize how much of the first Bionicle movie I had like in my like it changed my brain chemistry. Oh, Mockingbird, new hotness as if it isn't over 15 years old. I know, Urban Radagast, I read the comics so much, over and over. Enzo Librarian, I see that sticker on Matt's laptop and can't help but think of the song Sweet Baby James by James Taylor. Yeah, his Sweet Baby Gang thing is so dumb. I hate it. I hate it. Can you send my automod message? I can sure try Cute Candy Cat. Let's listen to Matt some more in the meantime.
The job? Well, then you must be super good at your job, that you still got it. So that's what's happening here. And what you might be picking up on is that, yes, DEI has the side effect of calling into question the skills and competence of everybody in every...
I don't think I can Cute Cotton Candy Cat because my phone is not doing the thing. I am sorry about that, though.
Demographic.
Also, like, Lady Kukri, you're saying the CG went hard? People forget how hard the soundtrack went. All right, fuck you, Matt. We're done talking about you. All right, yeah, we're gonna. I think this is the one. Like, this was a direct-to-DVD movie. I cannot express this enough. This is a direct-to-DVD movie and VHS, direct-to-video, children's film based on a Lego toy, and the composer who was hired to do this must have heard, like, if you don't one-up the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, we're gonna kill your family. Like, that must have been what Miramax said, because this shit goes hot. Like this is like fucking John Williams. Listen to this. I'm gonna shut up. I'll listen. Yeah. God damn. Also, all right. So I haven't done this before, but I need to share it with people because we're doing a quick. I'm in a music cleanse now. I've talked about it before, but one of my all-time favorite soundtracks in any video game ever, is the unlauded classic Muppet Monster Adventure on the PlayStation 1. And you might say to yourself, Jordan, there's no way a Muppet 3D platformer that came out in 2001 for the PlayStation Uno has a good soundtrack. To which I would say, shut up. And listen to this. Just let it sink in. Let it sink in. Oh, wait. Y'all haven't even, like, the beat hasn't even dropped yet. CD quality audio, baby. PlayStation had it. Right, I gotta go through some of these because these go bonkers hard. They go bonkers hard. And yeah, there are a ton of, somebody said for Elise, there are a ton of different motifs and stuff throughout this entire game. And then I gotta show you, this one's not that good, but I gotta show you after this, the developer also made another game, Muppet Adventure Racing, another banger that I played, honestly, probably hundreds of hours of as a child, which will blow you away when I get to it. But we're gonna, Hallways of Doom, I think, is the other banger. And this one, yeah, this one goes hard. It's okay, Mockingbird. I will, but Mockingbird, there's no way there are copyright claims for, like, I'm willing to put this as abandonware. Carl PHP, reject classism, Matt Walsh, embrace modernity, Bionicle. It's like, here, the little light notes. Oh no, the Twitch VOD will be fine, Mockingbird. I would be shocked if this got copyright struck. Like, this would require somebody caring about this game, and nobody has in 20 years. I don't know what the hell this sound is, but I love it. Like, wait till this beat like drops. The sound of a straw in a fast food cup. Ooh, and then, all right, one last one from this one. Let me see. Grave Matters? I think it might have been Grave Matters is the one that's the pirate sound. No, it's not. All right, I gotta look it up again. Because there was a piratey one. Nope. Where the heck is my... I know. Come on, man. Oh, that's killing me. All right. And let me say, if you thought that was hard, yeah, I am doing Stranger on Twitch. It has nothing on. Where are the other ones? Happiness Hotel is good. New York City goes hard. Old London Town's fun. I think the Swamp is the one. Swamp is the one I think that's like basically a Red Dead Redemption track. Cro-Mag Rally 1998. Larry Fishman. Best video game soundtrack of all time was Cro-Mag Rally. I will check that out. Yeah, this one goes hard. I feel the need to remind everybody, this is for a 2001 PlayStation exclusive video game kart racer based on the Muppet license. Think of where the Muppets were in 2001 and how irrelevant that brand was. Then think of the effort and love put into this track. listen to that, and then listen to this, because this is like a JRPG boss fight. Again, kart racing game. Oh, come on, don't fuck me with this. Like some more like an island flavor? You want like an island flavor? Like you want some like Crash Bandicoot type vibes? Just listen to this. Sinestra, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. And then, like you think that is variety. Listen to this. All on the same soundtrack. I cannot express how bonkers hard these go. One last uno more. Uno mas. This is from the Muppets in Space stage. What did I tell everybody? I gotta find, because there is one insanely hard Muppet Monster OST track, and it's going to bug the hell out of me. Okay, I'm gonna look it up real quick. We got one more track. This is the full OST. I think they'll have the list of the things down below. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's get music. Okay, where's... That doesn't help me. I don't know what any of that means. All right, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it.
And soon arrive.
No. Oh, this one goes hard too. This one goes hard. All right, I'll do this one real quick. It's still coming. It's still, like, it's still not finished. It's still not finished. So goddamn good. Oh man, all right, I'm skipping through tracks real quick. That was a hard bang. Yeah, that one goes good. That's a good one. This one goes good. God, so fucking good. Oh, this is the one. This is a banger. The mixing here goes hard. This is the one. All right. This is the last track I'm gonna play because the last bit going in goes so dummy hard on the Muppet theme. I need everybody to understand, and because like when I say the Muppet soundtracks go hard, I'm not fucking around here. I'm not lying. I am preaching the good word. Like this next one. This final little bit going into the end. Here it goes, here it goes. This is just music for when you play the game. This is just what the level music sounds like. Unbelievable. God damn. Oh, fucking Muppet Monster Adventure is so good. Yes, I should play Muppet Monster Adventure on stream. I love that fucking game. If anybody has a good like PlayStation 1 emulator, I don't have one right now. If you have a good PlayStation 1 emulator, you can send to me or link to me. Send it to me on Twitter, because I will play all of Muppet Monster Adventure on here. I love that game so much. It's so good. It's so underrated. And it was basically, the thing with Muppet Monster Adventure is it was written off as a Crash/Spyro clone, and it kind of is. But it came out in 2001, way late, both into the genre and into the console cycle. So it was kind of doomed from the offset, but it has so much heart, and it is both the origin of my love for Muppets and horror. Like, it's so good. Corintz has super chatted $5. I just finished watching Blue Eye Samurai. This has to be the best anime series I've seen on Netflix since Arcane. I'm not kidding whatsoever. Yes, but is it as good as She-Ra? Is it good enough that I will have a shrine dedicated to a character like I do with my Double Trouble shrine back here? Because if it ain't popping like that, I don't want it. Recremi. I did. It's sad, Mockingbird, we had to cancel Kermit over it. Oh, boss fight set to For Whom the Bell Tolls goes hard. What game is that? What were you talking about? That sounds bonkers hard. Alrighty, let me see really quick, because I gotta eat. I'm starving. Ben Shapeezy. Sorry, I made myself laugh because I looked at what I named the stupid stream. No, but like, somebody wasn't joking when they said like the Henson Company put their whole mapussy into this game, into these games. Like, I think it was just one, like basically one composer too. And the games still look great too. I played them so much as a kid. I enjoyed Muppet kart racing as well. I can't, like, it explains so much about me that my Mario and my Mario Kart are Muppet PlayStation 1 games. Like my Spyro, my Crash, Muppet Monster Adventure. That was my version of that for everybody else. That and Sonic Adventure 2. Come on. Living loud, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Come on. Come on. Oh, I should play Shadow the Hedgehog on stream probably. Who's my favorite? Robin. As because of this game, I've always loved Robin. Like, he was the main character of the game, which is such a weird pull because he's not like a main character in anything else. Renaroo, what can follow all of this? I don't know, honestly. Do we want to... How do we feel about playing some Yakuza? Because now I have my bonkles over here. Or are we... Robin is is Kermit's nephew on the cover of Muppet Monster Adventure here. God damn it, now I have that song stuck in my head too. The thought of Kid Jordan is adorable to me. Gabriel Alejandro, I'm gonna break it to you. I'm gonna be real. I was just like this as a kid. My pills have worn off. Like this is just me. Wasn't Robin the MC in the Frog Prince movie? Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right, actually. Robin versus Scrappy Doo death battle. Robin would beat the hell out of Scrappy Doo. Get out of here. I also had, at one point, I had the big old Takanuva, but I had to sell it. I got it for a ridiculous, stupid deal, which is why I sold it, because I needed money. When I was selling and flipping Bionicles on eBay, I got some crazy good deals. I had to, like, scrounge an hour a day to find, like, it would be literally like storage unit lots. Like, people didn't know what they had. And so I bought it was a combination of Kreka and Chiraga Duma, and it was that big, the massive, like, super tall one, Ultimate Duma, that actually came with the special mask. I got it for like $30 and sold it for at least 120. If anybody wants, like, okay way to make quick money, provided you're willing to reinvest it, restoring and selling Bionicles on eBay is not a bad way to do it. Did Kid Jordan have as good a sense of style? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Reject modernity, return to Muppet. Foxbat, don't sell your Bionicles. I mean, if you got multiple Bionicles, you can sell them, but, like, you know, keep a collection. What are you doing? And, like, the thing is that if you buy multiple lots of Bionicles, odds are, here's my tip to people who want to buy and restore Legos. Odds are you will not find full sets, but if you get multiple sets of Bionicles, you're probably going to have a bunch of Bow at least. And people love buying Bow Hell yeah. Sell me bonks. I'm not selling any bonks. I have my bonk collection just the way I like it. I got my, who do I have? I have all of the, and that was largely why I did it, is I was kind of selling and buying to make sure I could get my old ones that I had as a kid back. And I just happened to make a little money off of it. But I have fully restored and I have complete the original Toa Mata, the Toa Nuva, all the Toa Metru, all 6 of the Borakal, all 6 of the Rakshi. I have 2 Vizirac, and then all 6 of the the fucking, what are they? The bad guys before the Vizirac. You know, the 5 Toa Mata are, it's probably like, it depends on where you get them. I bet it's probably like 30-ish bucks for one, 30 plus. But like if you get a, like if you want to sell them, buy them as a lot, like all of them complete with tubes. Tubes are a big thing. People love the tubes. Those are going to run you a lot more. Wait, this is Michael Giacchino's? Oh, God. Cody Culp, do you think Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald's are going to stop by Israel next? I hope not. One of the Bionicle villains had a dorsal frill piece that permanently influenced my art style. Hey, if I play Yakuza, we ain't playing no mahjong. I'm not making an idiot of myself here. Hey, dog. Here's the thing. Carl HP Bay, I fully believe Jordan Peterson would weep at the Bionicle lore if he knew more about it. Fully believe that. Absolutely. Good night, Krista Laurentis. Hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope Tom McDonald redacted. Me too. Oh yeah, Small Soldiers. I keep seeing Small Soldiers, I think, on like Amazon. It's like recommended for you, and I'm like, what are the odds Small Soldiers holds up, y'all? Like, what are the odds? Because I remember really thinking that movie was cool when I was a kid. I have a few of the new gen Bionicles, but before I had the first version of Golly, which got me into the lore, though not much since internet access was an idea in my mind at the time. I feel it. It kind of holds up. Carrot, I play all kinds of games. Have you not seen my channel? I play, like, all kinds of games. I don't usually play games on stream, or I do it, you know, on occasion. I have such a weird assortment of toys here now. I have a bunch of Bonkles. I have my Godzilla X Kong monkey, and then I got my Pinhead Hellraiser from the last stream. Okay, Mockingbird, I think I'm gonna go. I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna go make myself some food. I think I have a nice pork cutlet recipe I've been wanting to try. But everybody should also, everybody gaze upon the Jollar Crab one more time. Jollar Crab. Jollar Crab. We are gonna go and raid. Everybody better get in the raid, because we're gonna go raid Riverboat Jack. Everybody go say hi, go chill. Looks like she has a pretty low viewership, so go over, go say hi, go chill, grab a good rest of your night, and I am gonna go eat, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you all for sticking around and putting up with my ADHD ass all night. Thank you guys, and have a good one.